DJDUBL.
It's DJDUBL right here, and today I'm sat with one of the hottest duos in UK rap right now. In fact, I can't even say UK rap, I've got to say hottest duos in UK.
No, you're not.
Skengdo and AM in the building.
Yeah, man, we
What up?
We're only just out the first quarter of 2019, and you've dropped some serious fire already. Like, you really hit the ground running here.
Man's coming for them, bro. This
Yes.
hard
So,
work.
I know you guys grew up together. When did it change from like just spitting in the playground having fun to, come on, we can really do this as a serious thing?
It was just like, we was releasing music, and it wasn't really, like you said, it weren't really serious. And then I think we just started to notice like the views coming in, and then we made a song called Hitting Civilians.
Yeah.
And there was no video to it, it was just audio, and it got 250.
Where was that?
views
SoundCloud?
On Mixtape Madness.
Oh, okay,
and
right.
And these are the times we used to struggle to get onto these big platforms.
Yeah.
Like no shots at Mixtape Madness, but they were really trying to upload our stuff, and we got someone else to do it for us.
Right.
And it went kind of big, so it was like, yeah. And then from there, we got to take this serious. So
Yeah.
if we're gonna do the next song, which was Crash after that, we're gonna have to take it serious from that point on, and that's kind of when.
So how did the work ethic change from that point then? When you say you started to take it serious, like what did taking it serious mean to you?
In our head, we had to have a formula. Like there had to be at least like studio twice a week, then video. Like we had to in our head every 2 weeks a song had to come out.
Right. Okay.
And that's how what we was aiming for. It might not be in 2 weeks on the dot, but around that timeline we was definitely aiming for that. So that's kind of how we started off.
I think one landmark moment for you guys was definitely the 2 Bunny mixtape. Like that was something that really, really connected with the fans for you, and I think elevated you from being what I would consider local artists to suddenly realizing like the whole country's paying attention now. Do you know what I mean? Would you agree with that?
Definitely. For that 2 Bunny it proper established our sound, so people can distinguish us from any other drill rapper that was coming up, or any other rapper in general. Like when you refer back to that tape, you can hear the consistency in a lot of our other songs as well. So you can say, yeah, this is. So I feel like it was definitely a big milestone for us.
I mean, I wasn't aware of this at the time, but I read that you actually beat Stormzy and JayZ in the iTunes charts the week it dropped. Is that right?
Yeah. Only for a short moment, but
bruv, it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter if you did that for an hour or for a week.
Yeah,
like
for real.
The fact that the numbers were there, that's amazing, man. Are you very numbers focused when it comes to like releasing projects? Do you put something out and then really like watch what kind of statistics it's doing, or are you just straight onto the next project?
I feel like it's just a given. Like you see your numbers, like you want it to do well, so you're monitoring your numbers, but I don't feel like that's our focus. Like a lot of the times when I have a song and I go out, I just want to know. I want to understand if my fans are gonna like it. I just want them to enjoy the music, and then obviously everything else follows from that. But of course, you still want your stuff to do well, but we just want it to make sense at the same time. I think if we focus too much on numbers, you might lose track of what we're actually releasing, and might lose contact with our fans like that. So right now, I feel like we're in a good position. We have a good relationship with our fans.
You schooled me on something, like the Mansa Musa. Never heard of him before.
Okay.
Not anything I'd ever come across. And when I heard it, I had to Google it.
Yeah.
And then I found out, right, this guy's like a real historic figure. They're saying that he's the richest man ever.
Yeah.
We're talking about in history, like ever. So putting that into your lyrics, first of all, are you academic in any way? Like, is this knowledge that you knew from school or picked up from anywhere? Or was it kind of, did you just Google, like, who's the richest man ever?
Nah, this is just in my household. So in my household, it's just things that my mum just used to tell me and stuff.
Yeah.
And as I grew older, I remember that she said it just a while back, and I thought, let me just Google it. So I'd done my research prior to making the song. So now when it came time to make the song, I'm like, like my main focus wasn't to let people know about this guy in the song. It was just like a bar in it.
Just a metaphor, right?
You know what I mean? Like I just want to be rich like that guy. And obviously, I didn't want to say anything too deep because I just said I want to be rich. You know what I mean? And if you Google him, that's the first thing you're gonna see. So I just made it plain and simple. If anyone's interested, they can do a bit more research. If not, you know what I mean? But it was just that small little bar to highlight that. And because it was obviously in the chorus, people are going to be singing it. Some people might just be like, well, who is this guy that my man's even talking about?
It was exactly what I did. And I like it because typically, from an outsider's point of view, the type of music that you guys make, it's not always perceived as being really intelligent music, do you know what I mean? But for me to then suddenly like learn stuff from it, like I think it's dope, man. Yeah. Because you guys get categorized a lot as drill artists, I think a lot of the content and the wordplay gets overlooked some of the time. Like, for example, like the Fire in the Booth started spitting like Morse code and binary code. And was it the hardest bars? You was rapping in French.
Yeah, we done it in...
Oh, the Mad About bars,
I done it in Hardest as well. Hardest. That's when I was like, just la tête de ma mère, all of that, yeah.
Do you speak French, or is that just...
I'm talking about behind bars, innit?
Oh, the behind bars. Do you speak French, or is it just like a few lines you know?
Yeah.
You do?
French is there still.
Any other languages?
Couples, and no, it is. I learn really easily, so I can be in a country for like 3 months.
Right, okay.
And understand what people are saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
fast learner. Do you speak languages?
Nope.
just English, yeah? That's
bro.
cool. That's cool too. Are there any lines that you two have put in songs or freestyles that people haven't picked up on that you're like, oh man, that was such a sick line and it went over everyone's head?
Nah, let me tell you what happened, yeah. I got bars that's gone over my head because I've made it, then I rapped it, boom, and then I'm listening and I'm like, why did I say that specifically though? And I'm hearing it. And I was like, oh snap, that makes sense.
What bar?
This was the hardest bars.
Yeah.
I remember, yeah. It goes like this. On stage, man, I got my muzzle. Kanye West, man, rap through the wire. And the cats won't blow like bubbles. One hit's gonna take them higher. And I got a long coat like Omar, but I'm pissed gonna boy their fire. So obviously I was like, why did I say, like, I was talking about, cool, on stage, I got my muzzle.
Yeah.
Kanye West, man, rap through the wire. So obviously, it's like a wire.
Like a wire
Kanye
mesh,
West got through the wire. And then I was like, but the cats won't blow like bubbles. One hit's gonna take them higher. And I was like, why did I say that? And obviously in the wire, there's a fiend, a jughead called Bubbles. Obviously you blow bubbles, but the cat he's bubbles and he wants blow. And then I talked about Omar, so he's in the wire as well. But initially, I didn't know how that linked up with the Kanye West bar, and I was like, what was I saying? Like, and I was like, oh, it all links up through the wire kind of thing. Yeah. Obviously, man, just put it out there. But the thing is with drill, because it's so fast, it literally flat. So unless you actually take time and listen to it,
really break it
you know
down.
what I mean? But literally every bar has a meaning kind of thing. It's not just random words put in there. Because you rap it fast. As much as you want it to make sense, you have to still be on time with your flow and make it hard as well. You know what I mean? As opposed to rap, you can rap slowly. You can make the bars make sense and then just find a beat that accommodates your flow on that. You know what I mean? Because you can expand it more and use more words. But with drill, it's fast, so you have to literally. It's hard, but it's doable still.
And even just that bar went over your own head.
Literally.
And now you know people are going to go back to that now and be like, oh, shit, that's what he said.
Even after that, when I started talking about when I started talking about the Trident, and if anyone could actually go back and show me what I was saying when it came to after that the wire bar, and I was talking about the Trident and stuff, if anyone knows what I was saying there, then they're clever still. Yeah. But obviously, I like the fact that people can rap it, enjoy it, and not even understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you always record it together? It's like the whole creative process from start to finish. Do you team up to just go studio together?
Not all the time. Like, sometimes it might not be available. Got other things going on. So I might start something, send it to him, be like, what do you think of this? Be like, yeah, fire. Drop that. And then he'll go back maybe a week, not too long. Like, we do it like maybe a week, couple days, bro. We like to get it done ASAP, bro, car. If you leave it too long, then it's dead. Like, it dies out, do you know what I mean? So we try to make it quick, or vice versa. He might do something, send it to me, and I'll go and finish it off.
How do you get past creative differences? So if one of you does something that the other one doesn't like,
Oh man, keep it 100 with each other. If man's gonna work together, bro, man's gotta keep it 100.
I feel like the only really creative differences that comes up is probably the beat choice, and that's easy to work around. You know what I mean? We literally just work till we
Very
find a
easy.
beat that we both rock with, and then just work like that.
have either of you ever had to go in and redo a verse?
Oh,
Because the
God.
other one's come in and laced it second, and you're like, hold on, nah. You can't take this one like
I
that.
think I've done that once because of
Yeah.
that reason, but just prior to that, I'm just a perfectionist to myself, you know what I mean? So when I hear something and add like of my own verse, I'm like, I don't like that. And no one else understands what I'm talking about, but I know because I'm like, I didn't want it to sound like that.
Yeah,
But
macaroni took ages to
No
finish.
word.
It was
Macaroni,
like,
yeah.
no. He's like, no, it's not going out. I don't like it.
Macaroni,
like it.
they're even attempted. Oh my God, I was onto attempt. That's why those two versions.
Right,
Because even the
okay.
beat out, but I was like, no, I don't like this verse. I've done everything. I was like, change. But the one track where I was like, I need to redo my verse was Crash 2.0.
Okay.
Crash 2.0 was crazy, man. My initial verse, I'm like, what the hell is this? Because we done that one separately as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I done my verse, sent it through to Skeng done his verse. I heard it back, I'm like, I therefore need to do my verse again, you know what I mean?
The video, was that in the woods?
Yeah, like it was in like where was it? Epping Forest.
I feel like you take your visuals to another level. You try and get different locations and stuff. But when I saw that, I was like, yo, this is a different location. You're proper like out in the wilderness, setting fires and stuff.
Look, bro, everyone does. If it just looks like everyone else's videos, if it's in the block.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from the block, bro. But man, they try to do all my videos in a block, the same block as well. Do you know what I mean? You need to give your videos a bit more sauce, and do you know what I mean?
Fair, we couldn't, even if you wanted to, we couldn't even do a video in a block because, boy, 5 minutes, wee.
Oh, right, for real, it's like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pitbulls was definitely another milestone for you guys, and one that made a lot of noise because essentially, like, I felt you guys really made a proper statement with that, like, Impacting was such a hard tune, but the Chief Keef collaboration as well. So first of all, how did you connect with Chief Keef?
That was through Marathon label. One of the A&Rs was out in LA, and he was just, I think he was just doing some networking just out there, and he ended up meeting with Peter Pan,
Okay.
Chief Keef's manager. Exchanged a few words and stuff, and like, wow, we got two artists called Skengdo and AM. They do drill music from the UK. It's big over there. Kind of explained it to them like that, and that's how that all came around. Sent over, how many tracks did we send over? Like 3.
Yeah, it must have been 3.
Yeah, I think we sent 3 tracks over for him to pick out of. Because Pitbulls originally was just, first it was just AM on there.
Right.
Then it was me and, no, first it was me, AM, and our friend Jojo from the States as well.
Okay.
He's from Vegas. And then through some label situations, they made it into a Skengdo and AM song, but they was going to have a separate version with him, or he was just going to make another track. And then after that, they sent that same song that they were saying, they ended up sending it to Chief Keef, and he liked it.
Right,
it's like on that vibe, do you know what I mean? It's on that like US vibe.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's how that came around, and he liked it and was like, well, we might as well do it. There's no problems. So that's how that all came around.
Where did you shoot the video?
In LA.
In LA, not so it wasn't Chicago.
No.
Because the video was hard. The guys in the scenes with you, like the Latin guys, were they real goons or were they actors?
Old school, like they were showing us that they're not about that no more. Like, he was, well, once you're about that in the States, I'm sure it's kind of not that easy just to get out.
Yeah.
But they had the full tattoos.
Yeah.
That you can't fake that shit.
Because I do know there's some agencies that use guys for movies and stuff when they need like, what is it, like training day, for example. You know, they need the essays in there.
Yeah.
Like, and I know there's agencies that put those people in there. So I wondered if you would actually manage to really connect with the streets out there, or if it was.
He's old school, bro.
Yeah, they had some stories.
It's not a thing where we just rolled up in the hood and be like, yo, we got to shoot. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, not in LA.
Nah, bro.
But it's all real out there. Even the neighborhoods where we was, the band was at, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of it's just active, like it's going on down there, down that road. People's pulling up, looking at us,
Really
throwing up
happening,
their signs,
throwing
like,
up their signs and
you know
that.
what I mean?
Man was like,
For
"Rah."
real, yeah.
They're like rotted.
The director said, yeah, we're going to bring you lot to like a house so you guys can shoot. So all that cool.
Yeah.
But you have to think then, one, you're not in the UK, and two, where's this house going to be? Because I tried to pull up in Crenshaw.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know, do you get it? It's all the mad thing now, and there's just bare bloods everywhere and that, you get it? So
Therefore, had man in South Central,
Had
but
man
we
in
was with
South Central,
people,
but-
was with LA people that we already know, so we was already patterned.
Gun Talk was another very dope video, but the thing that struck out about the record to me, it's not a gun tune. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm fully
And
expected
that's
to
what-
press
and-
play
and that's
and
what
hear
we
all
was-
sorts of different makes and models and bullets and all sorts in there,
Yeah.
but it's really not about that. Can you talk to me about the mindset behind making that record and calling it Gun Talk?
I'll be real, bro. This is one of them songs where you put your verse on it first, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of them songs where Amos put his verse on it first. Empty hook and empty verse. And he said he's going to do a hook. Like, I was thinking about it and was like, you know, it's just not coming to head.
Yeah.
I already had something there, but I started off separately. So the chorus was the start of my verse. Maybe
Okay, right.
for another song. I can't even remember what it was for. But I never recorded it. I just wrote it for that specific song, and I never used it. I was like, hold on, this actually goes. There's obviously a few edits in the lines and stuff, but that's how that came about. I didn't go into the studio thinking, okay, I'm gonna make this song about guns or not about guns and make it gun talk. It was just, it kind of happened.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, let's run with this one. It sounds good. Let's go with it.
The fans showed you a lot of love in the comments, bro. Do
No,
you pay much attention to the YouTube comments and stuff?
Not the YouTube comments, but on my Instagram and Snapchat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Twitter, I pay attention.
YouTube, I think it's easier. Like, there's a lot of critics in it, so it's easy to just decipher who's actually a proper critic and people that's just there for the fun of it, you know what I mean? But I definitely listen to feedback a lot because I need to know what I'm missing out. I know what I think about my music, and I know there's certain things I need to know. Did people pick up? If I do something intentionally, did they pick up on it?
Right.
Did they react? And I know how to tailor it like that, you know what I mean? So I definitely listen to a lot of criticism, and especially from my friendship group. That's my first point of.
That's the most important
then,
people to criticize you, man, because you know you're gonna get the real truth from them, innit? So
The real truth.
And then from there, you go and see what everyone else is saying and see how to move forward. You know what I mean?
yeah. So I didn't see the Instagram ones, but I definitely saw in this one in particular the comments were there, man. How do you react to like negative comments? Because there was a bit of flack on the Pitbulls one, for example.
You don't react, bro. In the sense of go on the internet and start wilding out like, what are you not talking about? That's the wrong way to approach it.
Yeah.
I appreciate everyone's comments, whether it's negative or positive, because that makes me then know where I'm going wrong and where I need to improve.
Right.
And where I'm going right and what I need to keep. Do you know what I mean? So if you're just getting positive, and no one was showing you negative, bro, you wouldn't
Develop.
like you wouldn't even grow you would just be the same person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
In a business sense, you're just catering to what the customers are giving you the feedback
100%.
on, innit? So, is this part of a bigger project that's coming?
Gun Talk ain't gonna be on another project. We're just gonna keep that as how it is.
Right.
But
Okay.
We've
It's
got
part of
some
the build-up.
bangers, bro.
Okay.
It's
Talk to me.
part of the
Can't-
build-up for it
you
still.
can't come on up here and just say
Bro.
that and then not give me
Bro, I'll be
information.
real. We've got some bangers, bro. Like, see, Gun Talk. That's just a little drip.
Yeah.
Like,
A little drip.
Therefore the warm-up. Therefore
Yeah.
warm-up.
what we're gonna give you? Like, I'm telling you, bro. We're coming this year.
But summertime, just know you're going to be able
Coming.
to drop your roof down and blast music out loud with confidence.
Yeah,
like.
you're gonna
So
say,
what are we
"That's
talking here?
Skengdo
Are we
AM."
talking like, are we going to get an album? Is this going to be a mixtape? Is there a difference? Are you just going to focus on singles? Like, you can't just tell me you got stuff on the way, because I know you got stuff on the way because of how hard you worked the
No,
first
it is.
3 months
right
of the
now,
year.
we're literally just putting together how we're going to release, because we just have the ammunition, you know what I mean?
Right.
And we're just trying to see the best way to put it out there. So it's definitely soon, but nothing's really fully confirmed and written, signed off yet. But definitely summertime, you're going to be bopping to new music. So
Sick. How experimental have you been with the stuff that isn't out yet? Because just for example, using like Flex Till the Morning, I feel like that's much more of like a, I wouldn't even know how to describe it, but a much more calm song.
Yeah.
More of a girl tune, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
So have you been like very experimental with the stuff that isn't out yet?
Because we're just commonly known as drill artists, that's all we've really been putting out. But what we're capable of is much more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Flex to the Morn, I must have constructed that about 2 years ago, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously it was just, I just thought, you know what, let's just put it out, let's get it out there, you know what I mean? But if you think about from all that time, the sort of material we've been working with behind the scenes, that's what I'm saying. When the new stuff starts to come out, it's only we're only doing it this way so people don't assume that, we just started doing music, we're popping, now we're switching up on people. Yeah. It's a thing where we've had this talent, hence why we've attempted to put some vocals in it. You know what I mean? We've put out certain things so people understand that, they're capable of much more. So it's not alien to them when they hear other things, you know? Yeah.
I noticed in the video for Flex Till the Morning, someone commented, which I found quite funny, that gradually as time goes on, we're seeing more and more of your face now. Like the bally's gone and you've got the muzzle. So first of all, like, why change from the bally to the muzzle?
I feel like the muzzle was just a cleaner look. The bally kept messing up my hair and stuff.
Oh, right, okay,
you know what I mean? But obviously, I don't know the bally, because right now a lot of people are taking off their masks and stuff, and obviously everyone wore it for their own reasons. So they were taking it off for their own reasons as well. But for me, my journey ain't really done with this muzzle still. I like it. I like the way it sits. You know what I mean? So, but people know what I look like anyway. It's crazy.
Do you think you'll ever take it off as an artist?
Yeah, but I feel like musically, video-wise, this is me. This is AM, you know what I mean? Yeah. But in terms of being in corporate environments and doing stuff like that, you know what I mean? It's like we've gone beyond the initial reasons why I wore it. So now it's literally just identity.
What were the initial reasons?
There was quite a few, to be fair. But initially, like my first video ever, I was about 20%. 20% of me wanted to do that video. You know what I mean? I was out there, I'm thinking, come on, man, we got a video. Right. You know what I mean? And Skeng's on this, brother, you can cut. Yeah, you don't have to show your face. Just you're on the track. You might as well just, you know what I mean? So I've gone there, just covered. It wasn't even a balaclava by then. By then it was a bandana. I just had a bandana. I had my hat and a bandana like this. But obviously, because the quality of the video was still like those days, there was lots of effects. You could actually see my face, but I wasn't wearing a balaclava. You know what I mean? I just had the bandana on. So it's like I just I didn't want people to know who I was. I just wanted to do what I had to do. The police attention as well. Right. Those days, even up till now, as soon as you're spotted in a video, it's like 100% attention on you now. Right. So whatever you're doing on the side, or even if you're just trying to live your life, you're getting harassed. And I didn't really want that. Them days was still quite young, and then it's just like it built up a whole tension around who's this guy. Not a lot of people were using valleys back then, you know what I mean? So it's like, what does he look like? What does he do? And then I'm talking about I ain't buff. So girls are thinking, well, is he or is he not? You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, this nigga ain't cute. And you're out here saying, is he or is he not? You know what I mean? I'm telling you. So it's like, I just that whole tension and the whole about who's this guy, you know what I mean? I think it helped build up this character as well, you know? Yeah.
In the song, so I'm still talking about Flex Till the Morning, I definitely hear the notorious B.I.G. influence there, the party and bullshit, and I hear there's a bit of like the game, how we do. I can hear that flow there too. What other rappers would you say inspired both of you, or like you grew up listening to?
So, you see Gucci Mane?
Yeah.
This guy.
Gucci.
What does he have, like 73 tapes or something? Huh? This guy, like 73 pieces of work out there. I think like mixtapes, albums.
Oh, right,
This guy.
Yeah, he's got bare work out.
See, clicking through Gucci, I don't think I've heard all of his work still, but Gucci Mane is definitely a big inspiration, especially just from where he's come from and his mindset now. Yeah. The way he behaves, he's definitely a big inspiration to the music and whatnot. Even if you don't hear it through the music, it's like the work rate, all of it. Like it's
JayZ and Nas for me.
JayZ and Nas. Yeah, see, usually you got one side. It's either JayZ or Nas, but I like that. JayZ and Nas.
Both, because that's what my pops was always listening to them.
Okay.
Like, so when I was actually growing up, always running. And I got those songs in my head, and I just, you know, when you just take your own time out to go research and do your own little thing on there. Yeah, man. I was therefore, if I had to pick one out of the two though, I'll say JayZ.
I didn't even put the pressure on you to do that, you know. You did that to yourself, bro.
One time.
I would have to pick JayZ.
JayZ, you dropped No Doubt this year as a solo track. When you go and record like your solo stuff, do you find the process and the energy completely different to doing it with AM?
When I go into studio by myself, like literally by myself, just me and the engineer, I'm in and out, bro. Like,
quick.
yeah, man.
Do you have it written before you get there? And
I think it depends. Sometimes if I'm on time and you know what I mean, I remember that I had the session or whatever. But sometimes I think with No Doubt I already had it written.
Yeah.
I made sure that I took some time out.
Everything was ready.
Yeah, to actually write that.
I heard rumours of a remix. You know what that means? That reaction from an artist is like, oh shit, he knows. Now he's going to ask who, and now I've got to figure out how to tell him.
I'll be real. I'll be real. There was definitely no talks of a remix, but if the streets want a remix, if the roads everywhere wants a remix, we can make that happen.
All right, if we're talking hypothetical then, who would you put on a remix to No Doubt? Hypothetically, of course.
Of course, my boy right here.
Right, AM's jumping on the remix.
Yeah.
That's standard.
Do you know what? I don't really want to say too much, Carl.
Yes.
I'll be real. I'm not too sure in it. Like,
Right.
there's a lot of cold people out there. Like,
Yeah.
There's guys that's really doing their thing. Do you know what I mean? I'm respecting a lot of man's work. So it will definitely be hard, but you will definitely see the flavors on that one, or No Doubt.
Could it
remix.
hypothetically, of course, be someone outside of London?
You know what? We got connections everywhere, man. So yeah, you'll definitely see someone outside of London. Therefore.
Going back to the music videos, another rumour as well that I just wanted to clear up with you. Is it true that your mum once stopped you going to a music video? Because, what was it, is your aunt's birthday?
She stopped me. I don't think it was a music video, but she definitely stopped me from going somewhere. She was like, no, you're not, like, you think you're too famous to come to your aunties. I was like, Mom, like, you're just not getting it right now. Like, it's not the pattern.
Yeah.
Bare guys will act like that wasn't them. Like, that was really you. Don't lie to yourselves. Like, you know that was really you. At one stage.
Yeah.
It might not be now, but at one stage, you was definitely going through that.
I respect the honesty, bro. How does she feel about it now? Like, she obviously must have seen the progression and the numbers and what's been going on. The fact that you're taking it seriously as well, do you know what I mean? She must
Everything
recognise
sort of
that.
changed once we got our first plaque.
Okay.
So when we bought the 5 million views for the Mad About Bars platform, it was a late one, so we grabbed it. When I got home, they were sleeping, and I thought, all right, cool. I'm gonna put it in the living room, let's leave it there. So when you guys wake up for work now, you're just gonna see it. Going in there, but everyone try to act like they didn't acknowledge it and thing. I was like, what, you lot didn't see that? I was like, yeah, we see that. What's this? I was like, read it. You see what it says. This is what I'm doing. Like, I've been trying to show you guys. And from there, I just noticed their whole attitude towards what I was doing changed. They freed up a bit more and left me to do what I was doing.
Yeah. So in 2019, as well as all the music, it's sort of a little bit bittersweet for you guys, the fact that you've had so much progression with the music and then the legal issues that have happened as well. So what I was reading about it, and you can fact check me at any point if I get any of this wrong, but you're the first musical act in British legal history to ever have been arrested for performing a song.
Yep.
So as I was reading, you were arrested for violating a gang injunction that, banned you from performing a song. How is that? Can you explain to me how it's even possible that performing a song is against the law?
Well, I'll do a bit and then you can explain. Like,
So first of all, what's a gang injunction clause? What is that?
So the gang injunction was just, it's like another way of just, in their eyes, they're making us, they think it's protected us. This is what it really is. They really think that the gang injunction protects us from anything that may be gang activity. So they will, in gang injunction, they will put stuff in there like certain locations you can't go, certain people you can't mention, certain things you can't do, snap. Instagram, any of those things, and that's how it all started. We got served the injunction, but it wasn't our choice. We didn't have a choice to take it. It was just imposed on us from the start. Like, we didn't have a choice whether to accept it or not.
So they just tell you these are the rules now. Like, you have to follow the rules. So new laws for Skengdo and AM, basically.
Pretty
just
much.
Custom-made laws.
Pretty much.
Right. Moving now to the arrest, it was performance. It was a performance during the tour last year, right?
Yeah.
So what happened was, we was already going court about the injunction.
Fighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
From before that, and it wasn't clear about the do's and don'ts in the injunction. And on our London date, what was it, attempted one, we ended up performing.
Yeah.
And we didn't get arrested. Like, they came, locked off the show when we was on tour. We still done the rest of the tour.
Yeah.
It was just when we went back to the next court date, a few days before that, they said to us, our managers and the label hit us up and was like, raw. And the solicitors were saying that the judge is saying that you guys have breached like the injunction, and it was like, how? And they gave us the reasons and was like, well, we got to go court anyways, so they'll discuss it within court. The reason why they didn't arrest us, because we had that court that anyways,
you were going to court
and
anyway.
We was going to court before that, so it's like they're not going to try to disappear on us. We know that this was reasonable. The judge said she knows that we're going to turn up, so there's no point of trying to arrest them. They're going to come, we can discuss it when they come to court.
Ultimately, you're not criminals. Like, it's not a crime. Do you know what I mean? So
So that's how that happened. We went to court, and they were. If you saw how they was moving, they was just fighting. Fighting for some time, because obviously it was a breach.
Yeah.
So it's just getting a bit heated and a bit techie in there. But that's pretty much just a short breakdown of the injunction.
So my understanding is you were then sentenced with a 9-month jail term for that. So they're telling you need to go to prison for performing a song.
Yeah.
But it's been suspended for 2 years, obviously, meaning you can stay out. But
yeah.
how do you react to this scenario? What can you do?
You just got to keep your head in the game and stay like focused, bro, because it's easy to get sidetracked and end up like, oh, do you know what? Fuck this music thing, man. And that is exactly what they want you to do. Do you know what I mean? Then you're going to go back to doing whatever you was doing before, and then you're doing time for whatever you get caught for and the 9 months that you got from the suspended. It's a myth, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's just taking those do's and don'ts and taking them very serious and just moving forward from it.
So you're still allowed to perform now. It's just attempted one you can't do, and then whatever else is in the clause. But you can still do other tunes, right?
Yeah, it's just, I think it's more just, they just want it censored. Like everything, they just don't want the whole name calling and all of that aerial calling. They're not really, that's the main issue.
Do you think your music's dangerous?
I don't think my music's dangerous.
Not at all. I think it's explicit, yeah. Dangerous, no.
Dangerous is a whole different sort of word that I don't think is dangerous.
It's the standard conversation that comes up when people talk about drill music and the restrictions, and it's like, does the music cause the violence? My argument to that is people listen to drill in the gym when they're working out, and they're not smashing weights on each other's head. And do you know what I mean? Like, there's all sorts, guys. There's all sorts of scenarios where the music is getting played. I was at a show at the start of the year in Cambridge. Like, the demographic there was predominantly white. I'm getting requests for Skengdo and AM. I'm playing it. Not a single incident, nothing. If the music caused this, surely now I've got a club full of people that are going to be violent to each other, or there's a gym full of people that, do you know what I mean? But have you got the same stance as that?
I feel like the music in general is just for moods and stuff, you know what I mean? Whatever mood you're in, you listen to your music. But it's like with any genre of music, if I was to say like dance hall or something, you hear dance hall in a party, you start dancing. You don't go out and start having kids. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So I just feel like drill, the beats, the speed, it makes you go gym, like it's an easy way to release energy. Or it's just music for the moment. You know what I mean? It doesn't influence the decisions you do next, and you don't take that on and say, "Ah, cool, yeah, we're gonna go and do this, do that." You know what I mean? Nah, like you just listen to it and enjoy it at the moment. But I feel like it was just easy. It's very easy to select out things we've said in the music and say, he said this, that. Look how that can affect somebody. You know what I mean? No, because we just said it on a beat. It doesn't mean that you've instructed anyone to do anything. Which is what they were saying when starting violence, or we're instructing people to do things. We never instructed anyone to do anything. And on top of that, we talk about, they're only selecting certain things that we talk about, so they're not saying everything. Mansa Musa, you know what I mean? Or even when we talk about consequences of certain things. If it should equally weigh out, so if in their theory of us inciting violence and making violence happen, it should equally weigh out to people being prevented from doing it because they know the consequences. You know what I mean? If that was a correct argument, but that in itself just is irrelevant. So
the good thing I've seen, like the silver lining for this whole scenario, is I've seen a lot of support come for you guys from unexpected places. Like Channel 4, for example, we're talking about it, and there's been like some human rights, I don't know if activist is the right word, but maybe you can tell me more about that. People coming in and sort of saying, nah, this ain't right, what they're doing. So where's the most unexpected support come from for you?
Bro, I'll be real. Because of the situation and what people, the media try to class us as, like, as individuals, bro, I wasn't really expecting anyone to support us. So everyone coming to us and supporting us, for me, was anyone that comes and shows some sort of support, like, we can get through this, we got you. I'm respecting it. It was a surprise to me. It's been a surprise, and it still is today when still people come to me and say, yeah, we're this people, we can help you, we know these people, this ain't right what they're doing, It comes every day, bro, from different people.
That's amazing. So progression is being made then, at least.
100%.
And I mean, again, I've heard you speak about like comparisons to NWA. And this is a similar thing that they had to go through, but they got through it, and now look, like they're a staple in like hip-hop foundation. So
100%.
hopefully kind of 20, 30 years time, people can look back and be like, look, this happened to Skengdo and AM, and look what they built now. Other artists in the UK have been through it in the past, not to the extent that you guys have, but have you reached out or spoken with any older artists that might have been through it for any kind of like advice or support, or have they reached out to be like, to give you anything?
Not off the top of my head, but I bumped into Dave the day he went number one in the charts, in Selfridges, and we chopped it up quickly, and he was asking about it, and he was just showing me like, no, you lot gotta keep on going. Like, don't let them. That's what they want you to do. They want you to stop. Do you know what I mean? He showed me that. It was quick conversation. We weren't really trying to. You know, Selfridges is bait, bro. It's Friday as well, so man, trying to just be in and out. You get me? And I'm sure you had loads of things to be doing on that day. So yeah, we just had a little quick conversation. Yeah,
shouts to Dave, man.
Shouts out to Dave.
One thing I want to definitely highlight is your tour last year. There was no major incidents.
Nope.
There was no track record of any violence at any of the shows.
Nope.
And just like maybe a couple of mosh pit moments. But do you know what I mean? That's the worst that it got, which, no.
Bro, we love the mosh pits. They love the mosh pits. We have every single city, bro. Has a mosh pit crew.
Exactly.
Every single city, bro.
100%. That's something that I really think, like when I look at your movement and the fan base and stuff, I think it's such a positive thing to bring to light when people are like, oh yeah, but they talk about this and talk about that. Yeah, but they have shows everywhere. And there's nothing wrong with the show. Do you know what I mean? There's no violence. There's no arrests after the shows. Nothing. So I think that's another thing. What I'm glad to see as well, that this whole legal situation isn't holding you back. I saw like a Sports Direct and Nike advert. Is that right? So you're gonna be some new poster boys for Nike now, yeah? What's the details about that?
They had some new shoes coming out.
Okay.
They just got artists from different London, Manchester and Birmingham. A few artists from each to come down. I don't even think it was just artists. There was like different. I think there was a host there. We had our host there, Mr. Reloaded. Shout out Mr. Reloaded. He was with us, part of the same Nike and Sports Direct thing. Had a few others, Smugsy Ace from 23 Drillers. There was a few guys there. just there to make a quick advert to promote the shoes, get some clothes and whatever. Quick photo shoot, for some videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And also we done like a freestyle. So
Okay.
yes, they're doing a freestyle thing that they're gonna put on their channel. And it could have been a song that you done before. You're just performing it like kind of live.
Yeah.
Or it could be something exclusive. So most people done something exclusive or a song that just came out.
Yeah.
But that was pretty much for the whole day.
What did you guys choose to do?
We done an exclusive and we performed Gun Talk.
Like I'm saying, man, it's that work rate, bro. Like writing, custom making it for them. That's sick. So you've already spoke about the summer's gonna be lit, so we know there's stuff on the way there. What else are you working towards in 2019? Is there gonna be another tour?
100%.
100%.
100%, bro. If we can get everything that we need to, let me not say 100%, let's say 90%. Because 90%, the other 10 is if nothing doesn't go how we need it to go, like it all flops, lulas and that.
Right, yeah.
That's the only reason why there wouldn't be no tours.
Yeah.
But for now, we're not sure when, but we're working towards it, man.
One last question, which I should have asked earlier. What was the highlight of the tour last year?
London Coco, bro.
The whole show?
Yeah, because that was our biggest show, like Skengdo AM.
Yeah.
It was our biggest show to date. We sold it out. It was just amazing to see that many people come out and they singing word for word. They're screaming their heads off. They love you, innit? So, boy, for me, that was just a different sort of feeling. That was the highlight for me.
You've got some proper fans out there.
Yeah, bro,
like
some die-hard fans, for real.
Yeah. Hey, what was your highlight?
It was therefore that one of the other things was the first show where I had my family there.
Okay.
Obviously not my Ma Duke and that, so my Ma Duke is yet to come to a show, but when she does, definitely gonna be like, you get it, like, can you see what's going on? But therefore I had a couple cousins there, my sister, so that was the first show where they got to see me live in flesh and see what's been kicking and why I'm always never at home out here, you know what I mean? So that feeling, it felt good, you know what I mean? Afterwards, I dabbed it up with them. We were just talking about it, and it was good still. So that was definitely the highlight.
Yeah,
London.
That's sick. Well, looks like 2019 is gonna be definitely about you two during the summer, if what you told me is true.
100%, bro. We're coming for them, man.
So
Don't
I think
sleep on us.
let's do this again when the project's out, man. When the project comes.
100%, bro. No worries.
You know, you just confirmed it's a project now, innit? You see, you like how I did that? You like how I did that, yeah? It's been a pleasure. DJ Double here, Skengdo AM.
Wee.